Rockies. Captain Jack Sparrow about to ride his trail. On the old dirty 500. Sounds good. Already? We're here for 20 minutes, Andrew. Alright, in the middle of Captain Jack's right now. Captain Jack Sparrow. Out somewhere in Colorado. And today, I'm on my KTM 500. Been out here for a little bit now. I explained everything, what we're doing, where we're at, who I am, what I'm doing, the whole 9 yards. And I realized that I didn't even plug my microphone in like a rookie. It's been a while since I've made some YouTube videos, but like a complete idiot, I forgot to plug in my microphone. So I don't know how much of that footage is going to be usable. We are out here doing a test on the KTM 500. The Swiss Army knife of a motorcycle. Sure, it's got a heavy price tag, but are you getting the all-around bike? If you're following along with my channel, I do everything with this bike, from cruising multiple 15-hour days, adventure riding fully loaded with saddlebags through the desert, triple-digit desert of Moab, Utah. The Colorado River, which is right there. 100 degrees out here. It's gonna be 105 today. Hell's Gate entrance. Well, this already looks terrifying. Oh my. To some of the gnarliest trails of Colorado. Wet right here. Oh, this is gnar. Bro, this is sick. As well as some of the most badass stunt rides across the country. This bike, I continue to make memories with it. It's such an unbelievable machine. One thing I haven't fully delved into is some hard enduro. I mean, hard enduro. That's what we're going to be getting our feet wet with this whole weekend. Currently, we're on our way to Taylor Park, where we just made a little pit stop to come ride here. And to ride Captain Jack's trail. Whoever Captain Jack is. So far, I really like his trail. This thing is tall on knobbies, let me tell you. Catches me in some awkward situations. I'm used to it sitting lower. The YZ sits lower. I've got Dr. Andy with me. Say what's up, Andy. What up, man? He says what's up. And yeah. Feels good to be back in Colorado. Speaking of the YZ, it's in the truck. I will be riding that this weekend as well. Dr. Andy already had his bike tuned, adjusted, I mean, for the altitude. Mine was not. The KTM doesn't have to worry about that, so it's easier just to grab the KTM for this little quick ride, and then we're gonna be on our way to Taylor Park. You know to be on the lookout for those videos, and if you want to see that, you know what to do. Anyway, we're going to continue along Captain Jack's trail, and it's been tight up here, tight and loose rock. One thing I'm noticing is with the YZ and running tubeless wheel setups, it absorbs everything way better. So the KTM right now, I'm running it as close to stock as possible. I've got it programmed, obviously. The bare essentials. I still have my emissions connected, but it's deleted, if you know what I mean. That's why my KTM pops so much whenever I let off the throttle. If you see my Supermoto videos, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I've got a programmer, the little cone valve with the read delete, and I've got tubes in this. So I was debating on buying, look at that view. I was debating on buying tubeless setup for this bike this weekend. So I'm on tubes right now. I'm running like 8 to 10 PSI. I know a lot of people run tubes, but whenever I'm going out on adventures like this, I typically run like a bubble tire, so I don't have to worry about pinching a tube being so remote out here. Again, I'm not riding super hard. Just kind of getting my feet wet with the KTM. Am I feeling sprinkles? Man, it feels kind of nice. These storms come out of nowhere. So I am working the clutch quite a bit through these sections, and honestly, something that translates really well is supermoto riding and dirt biking. From having stunt riding experience, it transfers to the dirt bike really well. You learn to be a lot better of a rider in general that way, but not only that, your clutch work applies to both set of skills. Learning to circle wheelie or learning a real technical section to feather your clutch is the exact same, and it's something that directly transfers over. With this big 5 hundo, when I'm doing slow circle wheelies, I'm working the clutch the entire time. Same way with these technical sections, and honestly, with this lever that I got, it makes it so buttery smooth I don't have to worry about it. It's not really wearing my arm down. Alright, so this must be the connector trail here. And just like that, a few seconds later, we're turning around, heading back. We're going to be heading back to the truck to go to Taylor Park, which is going to be even more beautiful, even more exciting, even more challenging, even more fun. And I cannot wait to get there. Can't wait to ride the YZ, get that thing dialed in tonight. And don't worry, you're still on the same Corky video. I just stopped and put on my max lens mod. This lets me be able to shoot in 16:9, which is the typical format that YouTube puts out, and then also a 9:16, which is a TikTok format, so I can switch between the both in case I need to. It's getting kind of dark for the ND filter, so I'm sorry if the footage started getting a little bit dark there. Let me know how you guys like this kind of view for the enduro riding stuff. Hope I threw my phone back in my bag. I'm gonna check real quick. So you can keep going if you want. You're gonna hear the bark of a monster coming up on you. Big old 5 hundo. It's a rock I hit my foot on a minute ago. Slow down for that thing. Rip your foot off the peg pretty easy out here. No, I'm not pushing you. I just wanted to for a second, that was it. You alright? Yeah. Stand up more and get used to it. That's all. Lean a step further back on your peg. Use just your toe. Look at this view. Beautiful. I'm gonna keep saying it. I love the memories that I make with this bike. The more and more things I do. Just such an incredible bike. I truly think this bike's underappreciated, and something that I think KTM kind of gets knocked for a lot is their bigger motors and their dual overhead cam motors. Man, I don't have the most experience with it, so take it with a grain of salt, but the older KTMs, I agree, they got KTM problems. The double cylinder KTMs, they're pretty solid, make a lot of power, really lightweight. Reliability wise, I don't totally know with my own personal experience, but dual overhead cam KTMs, those seem to have more valve issues. And I think it's honestly as simple as the less components, the more reliable the machine. With KTM 500 is a single overhead cam, not a ton of maintenance. I've done 3 valve shims, some 40-hour oil changes, and this thing gets treated like my old WR250X stunt bike, with the added effect of taking it adventure riding and absolutely abusing it. And it takes it. It keeps going. It sees a lot of rev limiter, and it keeps going. Right now? Do a rev limiter right now. Like that. I do have a spark arrestor in here for those wondering after that. Dr. Andy front flipped his bike, got off of it, sent it down front end first, and front flipped his bike down a hill. Here's that clip in case it didn't make the actual cut yet. Lay it on its side. Now we're in the Rockies. Well, that's the wrong direction. Yeah, you can see why. This is a technical section here. We came up this a little bit ago. We're now heading back down. This is where he dropped his bike into. And really cool to actually look into it. Maybe 2. say, hey look, I took the harder route. Oh no man, this might be the harder route. I've done no suspension work to this thing, by the way. I might add that. That's a pretty important factor. This is all factory suspension settings. Exactly how I got it from factory. I have not had it set up for my weight. I have not turned the decompressioners or whatever. I've not messed with it. So it's all factory for the fairest test possible this weekend. I might eventually mess with it whenever I do my more elaborate video, but we came up this, jeez. This is a pretty cool trail. As I get older, I kind of understand gatekeeping and people not wanting to put trail names in their videos. Just a little bit of research and I found out about this place. Had its own parking lot, its own real long trail over here. Doesn't take much just to look it up yourself and go out and just have the adventure. Part of the adventure is just going off spontaneous moments. I like having a general idea what I'm going to do, but for the most part it's just spontaneous. Seeing what feels good, seeing what looks good, and going. The extra ground clearance that this bike has over the YZ ain't super noticeable, but there are times that it's helpful and I appreciate it a lot. I have just a cheap front tire on here, R-Tracks, I think the Motorsport Special. I don't have a whole lot of confidence in it because it's pretty worn out from hours on the road as it is. This loose stuff doesn't help very much, but I think for the most part it's not going to be a big deal because we're going to be in more rocky sections, not just gravel like this. How about them apples? The city of Colorado Springs right over there. Some Singletrack right here. Alright, let's catch up to Andy. He's trying to be slick while I took my backpack back off and re-zipped it. Snuck by me, trying to get ahead. Ooh, we got some raindrops again. Used to having hand guards. Fingers are hitting everything.
Target spotted.
What a wild Dr. Andy I see. Ooh, tight. Sliding around on this dual sport tire. Sounds a lot cleaner with the spark arrestor in there. Was that other parking lot we came up on. Dirt box only. Screw your bicycle. Yeah, enjoy it while you got it. Oh, did you see that handlebar, Nick? Enjoy. That was crazy. That was almost my pinky on a ledge. I could have died. This weekend's about to be awesome! Big 500 barking through the woods! I remember saying that the KTM's like a couch to ride through the woods. It's not as fun as the YZ, but it's its own kind of fun. I can't deny it. This thing just grunts and goes. You got a couple bikes coming, Andy. With our street helmets out here. I like the creature comforts of everything. From the bike to my helmet to my gear. If it's got a little feature that impresses me, I'm probably gonna be a sucker and buy it because just having a visor that I can pull down better than a motocross helmet. kind of nice, even though I look like a goober. If you're comfortable, you ride better. Dude, this is so much fun. I love Singletrack, especially this flowy stuff. This might be as flowy as they get all weekend, I don't know. Taylor Park is known for some of the most technical Singletrack in the country. Some say the world, but I can't speak on that, or the country. Nice and healthy KTM. This is way better than bringing the 110, dude. I can stretch my legs. I absorb every freaking bump. I don't just bounce off of it. Alright, y'all, that's probably going to wrap it up for this video. I'm keeping things a little more raw for this one. I want to take this thing as hard as it can go, and to do that, I'm going to have to let some air out of these tires. To do that, I'm probably going to pinch a tube. It's not likely. Tubes are pretty considerate, especially the more heavy-duty ones. I've got one of the Tusk severe duties in here right now, so hopefully I don't pinch a tube this weekend. But I'm going to be trying to maximize what I can do. But with that being said, we got a lot to unfold this weekend. Stick around, follow along with the story, and see how it goes. We're in for a wild ride between this and the YZ. Get out there, explore the trails. And until next time, I'll see you legends in the next one. Later.